Hey there, YouTube and Diablo 3 gamers. This is Dan, and I'm here bringing you guys a melee gold find run through for the gold find run that I did in my previous video as a demon hunter. A lot of you guys requested, and were asking, how you would do this on a barbarian or a monk. And so this video is just going to be a quick, example of one possibility, one possible way you can do the run. There are many possible ways because as a melee character, there are a lot of options. As a demon hunter, you're kind of, the options are more limited because of the fact that you're low HP, and there's only certain ways that you can set up your character that will optimize the run. But as a melee character, for example, as a barbarian, there are a lot of options that you can do. For example, you can use charge, you can use leap, you can use sprint, and you can use a variety of things, and it's really completely up to you how you want to do that. Okay, so this video isn't really going to explain or analyze the run. It's just going to be me, showing you guys what a barbarian run might look like. And I'm just going to show you guys a quick breakdown of the gear and my skills, and then we're going to jump right in. So the gear, again, nothing spectacular. I'm sitting at a little bit higher gold find, 257 gold find this time. And this gear is about 300 to 400k purchase again. As playing this from a standpoint of somebody who's just starting off in the game, or who doesn't have all that much gold and just wants to really accumulate more gold so that they can buy better gear to reach endgame, or reach the Inferno and kill Inferno Diablo, because that's what we all want, right? We all want to get to Act 3 Inferno, farm all those rares, kill Diablo in Inferno, and be done with the game. So and 300 to 400k isn't a real big investment, because after doing the 3 difficulties and doing running through the entire game, selling all the equipment, you make anywhere between 600,000 to 1 million. So 300 to 400k investment isn't too bad. And so all this is just mid-level gear. Nothing is really really spectacular. And I just have one tip to give in terms of gear when you're doing gold find runs. There are 3 stats that you should probably want to look for as a barbarian, and then 2 primary stats as either a barbarian or a monk. So the first 2 would be, number 1, you want to get gold find, obviously, and number 2 is actually I think the most important one is gold pickup. Right, gold pickup radius. Depending on where you're running, if the room is fairly large, then you'll obviously need a bigger gold find radius, gold pickup radius. If you're in like a small, narrow, confined spaces, then your gold pickup could probably be anywhere between 7 to 10, and that'll be good enough. So gold pickup is definitely important. It helps save you time, especially when you don't have to backtrack to pick up all the gold. It does save you a lot of time when you're doing gold runs, especially as a melee character. Like as a demon hunter, it's not too bad because you have your ferrets picking things up for you. But as any other class, even wizards have a blink, right? So they can go back for items fairly quickly, blink back and then blink forward. Even witch doctors, they have their spirit walk is really short cooldown. But as a barbarian or a monk, a lot of your skills require mobs to generate more fury or more spirit to allow you to move faster. So that isn't a real option for us. So as a melee character, gold pickup is extremely important. And and for barbarian, the third thing you want to look out for is crit chance, because after doing a lot of extensive testing, I realized that being able to generate fury through crits is a really good way of being able to increase your speed and increasing your gold find speed. So okay, now that I've showed you the gold find, we're gonna show you my skills. Okay, so the skills are completely subjective. You could build it any way you like. I've done a couple of different builds. I've done a a charge one, and I've done the whirlwind barb, right? The whirlwind barb with gold vine. That one is fairly easy. It's fairly common. The only problem with that one is that I personally I feel it's a little bit slow because the problem is as you're whirling through, right? The problem isn't the killing that's slow. The problem is after you whirl through and kill everything, you got to whirl back and then pick everything back up. Even with gold pickup, the gold flies, the animation of the gold flying up into the air and landing back down on the ground just takes too long. All right, so after a while, I'm personally I'm favoring the seismic slam right now because it's sort of like Demon Hunter's multi-shot. You can kind of cast it and then it goes out in a cone, and then you can just walk forward and pick everything up. All right, so it saves you a lot of backtracking time. And I decided to build my character around that by generating as much fury as possible to keep up my seismic slam time, and then also have a skill that allows me to move a little bit quicker. And for the skill that allows me to move a little bit quicker, I chose leap. You can either go with sprint or you can go with charge. It's up to you. It doesn't really matter. Actually, I think for this video we'll go with sprint just to see what it might look like. We go with sprint, and you can choose run like the wind or just straight up rush for more marathon for more speed. But I like run with the wind because it synergizes well with the build that I'm doing, which is fury generation. So with the passive skills I have is Weapon Master, Animosity, and Ruthless. And I think the two most important skills that you want to have are Weapon Master, and then choosing either a mace or an axe as a main hand, so that it allows you to generate fury faster. Or you can get mighty weapons, which also allow you to generate more fury. And then you want animosity obviously to generate more fury. And for the last skill, it's actually completely up to you. You can choose Ruthless, Boon of Bolcathos, Unforgiving, just whatever you feel like you need. If you feel like you're a little squishy, you can choose one of the defense skills. But personally, if you're already doing the run at this point, you should be level 60 and fairly strong enough to handle, This is a nightmare run, so you should be able to, withstand any of the hits. So, if you're not, then you might want to put a little bit more investment in your gear, or it's okay. You could just pick up Tough as Nails or Nerves of Steel or whatever, and it should help you out a little bit. Okay. And keep in mind, again, this run is done in Nightmare to show you guys, what it would look like. Once I'm completely geared, I will probably redo the run in Hell. I'm already able to do it in Hell in my regular gear, and also in Inferno. It's just that the regular gear that I have doesn't have any gold fine on it, so it drastically lowers the gold generation output. So Nightmare seems like a really good difficulty to be doing gold vine runs. For now, anyway. But with the coming of the last patch, allowing better items to drop in Hell difficulty, gearing up to do gold find runs in Hell with a little bit of gold find might also net you a couple of good items. So that may also be something to consider when you're choosing to do a gold find run. All right. So enough of me talking. I'm gonna show you guys how much gold I'm at right now, and then we'll mark it down, and then we can start the run. So we take off 4.8 mil. Just remember the back part. It's 71k. We'll round down. Okay. So we're starting off at 71k. And then let me just put these two things in my inventory. And doing this run on Nightmare, personally, I don't go for any of the yellows. You can if you want to, but if you do, my recommendation is that you pick up the yellows, and then every time you're switching to different maps, just drop your gear on the ground as you're passing through town, so you don't have to run to the shop to sell things and then identify everything. So you just want to drop everything in town, let it accumulate, and then when you're done with the run, just do it all at once, right? Or if you want, you can choose be selective when you're picking up your rares. Only pick up amulets and rings, because those are probably the only things that are worthwhile in Nightmare difficulty. And obviously legendaries, because you can sell them or you can break them down for materials. Okay, so 71k, and we're gonna start the run, and I hope you guys enjoy. Start the run in 3, 2, 1.
Not enough fury. Need more time. Guides my hand. Not enough fury. More fury.
to see the world before I die.
You got caught stealing from someone important. Need more time.
Such a tempting prize.
More fury. You wilt against my foe. Need more time. Taste your fear. Not enough fury. Not enough fury. Taste your fear.
A hard fight. Time to loot.
Guide my hand. Not enough fury.
What? In time. And normally this is about 8 minutes, and so also if you wanted to, you could go in and kill Asmodan. I already started the mission with Asmodan dead, so don't need to worry about that. But you can kill him in, maybe hope for in a hell run to hope for better loot. I wouldn't kill him in Nightmare. He just doesn't drop enough good loot to warrant the time wasted. Okay, and we're gonna go back and look at how much gold we've generated this time around. So if we go back and look, oops, if we go back and look, we start off at 71k, right? So right now, so that's 4.871k. So I'm gonna pull out my trusty calculator. So we have what? We have, let's see, 9. Okay, right now it's 914 and then 400, right? I always round down. Okay, so 914, 400. And the reason why I round down is because, runs aren't always going to be the same. It might be different. So by rounding down, it sort of like allows me to mitigate a little bit of discrepancies and things. Like sometimes when it's like 900 and then I round up, it's kind of unfair because, if I round down, it's just better that way. Anyways, so 914k minus 871k. So that run we made 43,400, right? And and that run took about 8 minutes. Let's see, what was it? 8 minutes and 5 seconds, right? So, fairly average, and that is actually before, selling your gear. So if you opted to pick up items and then drop them in town as you're passing through the waypoints, you should be able to generate a little bit more of, quite a bit more of income. You probably make anywhere between an extra 20k to 30k. But you just have to keep in mind that if it's worth spending that extra time sitting there and identifying the items, or just moving on and continuing with the run. So yeah, I'm gonna go into a breakdown analysis in my next video of everything that I've done, and in the next video I'll actually be doing the run again on Hell, just to show you guys what it might look like in a Hell run, and then as I'm going through, I'll explain things such as elite spawn locations, shrine spawn locations, and goblin spawn locations. Those three are the most important things you want to look out for when doing it doesn't matter if it's a gold find run or a magic find run. Those things are all very important and will help you, increase and improve your run times. And once again, if you guys like the video and like what you see here on my channel, be sure to follow or subscribe, and I'll come out with more content in the future. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support, and I'll catch you guys next time.